Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso at thewatchbox.com. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see here on our channel, our social media, or our website. Reach out to me directly, tmosso at thewatchbox.com. Today we're discussing one of the best limited editions of 2017, not because it's super rare. They made 7,007 of them, so they're out there. But in terms of the cohesion of the design and the fully realized special edition features, the Commander's watch, part of the Omega Seamaster Diver 300 meter line, is both eminently desirable and hugely fun to wear. Of course, it references James Bond's fictional rank in the British Navy. Commander Bond was a military man before he joined intelligence, and the watch that I have here represents a little bit of a nod to that fictional service heritage. It's still the old pre-2018 model, so it's 41 millimeters in diameter. In terms of thickness, without the Nato style strap, the watch is 13.4 millimeters and 47.1 millimeters lug-to-lug with a 20 millimeter spacing between the lugs. I'm going to throw it on my wrist real quick. I should mention this watch comes with a strap tool as well as a full bracelet with the diving clasp. So you can put it on the Nato strap or you can put it on the bracelet, and you get the tools with the kit for this watch that allow you to make the swap. As you can see, the watch looks a lot bigger on the strap and it wears a lot more massive with a larger physical presence. So if you like that Nato strap aesthetic, this is probably the world's best made Nato strap. If you prefer the bracelet, you can use that too, and I recommend the watch for wrists as small as 13.5 centimeters circumference. It actually wears better on a small wrist on the bracelet. Now you can see this Nato is nicely made. First of all, the minders are in steel, and you can also see that the minders are branded. You have a strap that represents the same pattern and colors you would see on a service pin that is equipped as part of the set, so you will get the service pin that represents the rank and regalia of 007 Naval Commander, and the pin is the same color and the same stripe pattern as the strap itself. You can see Omega branded buckle, and I'm now going to largely remove this strap so you can see the movement in a moment. We've done the wrist shots, and the thing about Nato straps is that they don't play nicely with case back imagery. Because they do cover the case back, they don't allow you to see the caliber 2507. We'll do this review backwards because we'll take a look at the movement, talk about the movement, and then talk about the dial. As you can see, it's limited edition of 7007, but it is individually numbered, and you can see there is a commemorative case back featuring the image of the rifling that begins every James Bond movie, the intro sequence, and this is one of the few of the pre-2018 Diver 300 meter three-hand date models to feature a full display case back. Now you're getting basically a late production caliber 2500, initially based on the ETA 2892A2. It's a highly modified coaxial evolution. So this is the later version. You've heard of the A, Bs, the Cs. This is the latest and the greatest of the 2500s. You get the custom rotor, 27 joules, free sprung for shock resistance. You get a stop seconds function. You get a quick set date. You get a 48-hour power reserve, a significant upgrade from the standard 2892's 42. It is a bidirectional winder, and of course it is a COSC chronometer adjusted in 5 positions, so you're getting a lot of capability with this movement. It has the George Daniels coaxial escapement that helps to improve the power reserve over the standard ETA, and also gives this watch potentially higher accuracy over time. All of this 300 meters water resistant. There is a helium escape valve for you saturation divers. You screw it open before your dive, and it will release helium from the interior of the watch when the interior pressure reaches 2 to 3 bar beyond the external. That's great if helium builds up in your watch during saturation diving. For everyone else who is not a high-end technical diver, it's just a cool conversation piece. And hey, Bond once used his helium escape valve back in 1995 in GoldenEye as a grenade. So that's how the Q branch version works. This one, back in the real world, features a ceramic insert for its bezel, with the exception of the first 15 minutes, which are actually a rubber insert for contrast. Let's hear the bezel action against the mic. Precise 120 clicks. You can line up the bezel pearl with the Bond-style skeleton minute hand, which is blue, like many of the other features of the dial. Now you have an impromptu 0 to 60 minute count up timer. You'll also note the dial is a white ceramic, which has a wonderful lustrous glossy gleam, almost like it's permanently wet. It looks like enamel, but it doesn't have the fragility of enamel. Now if you note, the numeral 7 in the date window has been executed in red, and if you look closely you can see that that is the only of the numerals that is executed in a different color. This is the quick set function of which I spoke. The dial features all applique indices rather than printed features, and you can see a combination of red, white, and blue designed to represent the Union Jack. This watch, which comes with an unbelievable boxed set of accessories, is just a ton of fun to own. If you want to own a core model from a great brand, but you want a special edition that's set just a little bit apart, this is a great way to get into one of Omega's two signature watches, the Seamaster and the Speedmaster, and this is the Seamaster to own. You can even see the 007 counterweight to the seconds hand, a very special series, and one packed with feature content. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details. And we're back with the Omega Seamaster James Bond Commander's watch.